right, guys, so here it is. The C8 Corvette Z06 has finally been officially teased by GM. About 10 o'clock this morning, GM released a teaser trailer finally talking about the C8 Corvette Z06, because up until this point, it has been totally rumors. There has been no confirmation from GM that a Z06 C8 would even exist. Now we have GM actually teasing it, showing us a little bit of a teaser trailer about 24 seconds long, talking about the fact that this car is, in fact, going to be a 2023, just like we have talked about multiple times on this channel, and it's going to be revealed this fall. Once the car is shown off in the fall of 2021, you will also be told all about the availability for this car as well. So when it can officially be ordered, when it should be shipping, all of that good stuff. Real quick before we continue though, guys, if you could please go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Let me know you're liking the content. Let YouTube know you're liking the content, so anybody out there looking for C8 Corvette news does not miss anything like this. While you're at it, if you could please go ahead and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps my channel, and it also makes sure that you are always in the know whenever a new upload comes out. Now, other than that, we do also see that the main thumbnail for this particular video shows the fact that the Z06 emblem we saw earlier this year kind of leak onto the forums was in fact the exact Z06 emblem we will receive on the official Z06. I know a couple people out there had some doubts about whether or not that was the real emblem. Well, it turns out it is 100% legit. That is the emblem we are going to see on the C8 Corvette Z06. Guys, I am super freaking pumped. This is the car I wanted since before the C8 base was even officially announced. I knew that the Z06 was going to be where it was at, because it's always the sweet spot for performance and money on any of the Corvettes. And this thing does not look like it's going to disappoint. So again, in this particular teaser, we are greeted with a glorious sounding flat plane crank a couple different times. GM definitely wanted to hit it home that this thing is not your typical V8 engine. At least not something that GM has played a lot with in the past, and this thing sounds freaking amazing. So they show it on the track a couple different times. They show it on the street. They talk about the fact that it is going to be changing everything you know about how the car should sound on the street because of that flat plane crank, and it does sound very NASCAR-ish. One last interruption before we continue on with the C8 Corvette Z06, guys. I wanted to let everybody watching this video know I am giving away a C5 Corvette, and it could be yours. All you have to do is head over to my website, purchase some channel merchandise, and you can be entered. Every $10 spent is one entry. All of the information will be in the description down below. Be sure to check it out to get your chance to win this car. Of course, the C8R has already been ripping up the track in the official races using a very similar engine, so we've already kind of heard what this thing is going to sound like. We already talked about why that's the case and how GM has to test a certain amount of these engines before they can go ahead and start putting them in the street cars, and here it is, guys. This is it. I mean, the C8 Corvette Z06 is finally going to be officially announced this fall. So we are talking less than a couple months away. We are going to officially see the C8 Corvette Z06. I am unbelievably pumped. I know I keep saying that, but guys, this is extremely exciting because, like I said, the Z06 is where you want to be. The performance of this thing is going to be absolutely mind-boggling. All right, guys, so moving away from the teaser video a little bit, let's talk about what we know about this car so far. Based on some of the previous releases and leaks, we know the car is going to be somewhere between 600 and 630 horsepower. Specifically, the number 617 keeps dropping out there, so I think we're going to have somewhere around 620 after GM tweaks a couple little things, because typically we don't get cars a whole lot with weird number horsepowers like that. They're usually somewhere settled in between there, 620, 625, something like that. We have seen some leaked images showing what appears to be a Z07 packaged aero car. So we have some dive planes, bigger side skirts, bigger spoilers, possibly carbon fiber wheels, carbon ceramic rotors, all for the Z07 packaged car. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be asking, what's this thing going to cost? It is very likely to come in between $85,000 and $90,000 to start, maxing out around probably $120,000 to $130,000 after choosing the Z07 and all of those extra packages and carbon fibering everything out. Now, to some, I know that's going to sound like a pretty high number for a car like this, but at the same time, you got to realize this thing is literally going to compete with supercars for a fraction of the price. So at $130,000, completely optioned out, you are still talking about a massive amount less than what a typical supercar would cost you. So this is going to be, and the Z06 always is, the best bang for your buck. Now, outside of that, obviously, if you guys haven't figured this out by now, this car is definitely going to be a naturally aspirated, flat plane crank V8 engine, and it is going to use a dual clutch transmission. So a similar style to the base model C8 Corvette. The only difference is going to be it obviously has to handle a little bit more horsepower, possibly have a couple little tweaks here and there for weight savings. We'll see what comes officially, but I have it on pretty good authority that the car is going to do a lot to try to spare weight. And of course, we're going to have a massive amount of aero on this car to really make sure it is right at home on the track. Now, one of the most interesting points of the C8 Corvette Z06 is a leaked document that we found very early on. So with the C8 Corvette just barely being announced, we found a leaked document talking about the timelines for all the rest of the performance variants. Now, since it was a leaked document, there's no guarantee that any of this was official, but at the same time, it does sound good comparing it to the release timeline of the C7 Corvette and then the C7 Corvette Z06. So originally, the C8 Corvette Z06 had a release date of 2021. So we were going to have a 2020 C8 Corvette, a 2021 Corvette Z06, a 2022 Grand Sport, which ended up being changed to an E-Ray, and then a 2023 ZR1, and so on and so forth. But that ended up getting changed about 6 months into it. It dropped to a 2022 C8 Corvette Z06. And whenever that happened, we were talking a lot about it on this channel, and I was almost certain that the way that GM was going to do the release date was going to push this to a 2023. And sure enough, we've got confirmation today that the C8 Corvette Z06 is in fact going to be a 2023, not a 2022 like it was originally leaked. Now again, the leaked documents are not guaranteed, of course, but a lot of these leaks and a lot of these images that we see shared around the internet are usually pretty spot on because they're actually coming from someone in the know, most likely. Now, of course, there are exceptions to every rule like that, but in this case, I believe that this car has in fact been delayed at least 2 model years because of all of the things happening in the world today, how hard the parts are to get for the cars and all that stuff. It seems pretty legit. But anyway, guys, this car is coming very soon. We're going to see it very soon, and I couldn't be more excited. So guys, what are you thinking? Are you as excited about this C8 Corvette Z06 as I am? I know a lot of you have been waiting for it just as much as I have been. And now that it has been officially teased and kind of announced by GM, we are going to be seeing a lot more of this car, I have a feeling. So between spy shots, little official drops from GM showing little additional pieces of the car, we're going to be seeing a lot of this thing over the next couple months until we see the official release, and I can't wait. But let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. I'm anxious to hear how many of you are going to buy one of these. How many of you are going to trade your base C8 for one of these? I want to know. Leave your comment down below. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. So if you liked what you saw, please give me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions about the C8 Corvette, the C8 Corvette Z06, any of this stuff, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below, and we can definitely get into a conversation about it because this car is amazing. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to actually see this thing. I'm sure you guys are feeling the same way, but let me know your thoughts down below. I'm very curious to see if everybody's as excited about this as I am. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. I'm going to have loads of Corvette Z06 updates coming like this that you are not going to want to miss. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next upload.